Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell you mad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
and I'm Leroy. So we going to Port Horton, Michigan. Lisa Brown was sentenced to 20 days in jail in St. Clair County Jail for a DUI. She fractured her neck when she fell off the bed and then go to the hospital 3 days later. Here's the report.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine falling and breaking your neck, but no one takes you to the hospital right away. Well, that is exactly what a local woman says happened to
She's for our older brothers.
her inside the St. Clair County Jail.
Now she's trying to make sure something like this doesn't happen to anyone else. 7 investigator Heather Catalo is here now with that story. Heather?
Carolyn and Mike, Lisa Brown takes full responsibility
They
for
got
why
her
she
laid
ended up
out too, face first.
briefly behind bars. But now she says a 20-day jail sentence has left her with a life sentence of partial paralysis and disability.
Lisa Brown says she's always loved celebrating holidays, playing with her dog Lily,
And breaking the
and
law.
being outside.
Don't leave that part out.
But-
Hey, look, things happen.
she's about to come up big time for fucking
Yes.
doing a crime and then getting falling off the goddamn bunk.
Yes.
Now this 49-year-old from St. Clair says doing all of those things has become a lot more challenging.
Go ahead, girl. Sell it. Sell it. And you see they got the canes there on the side, too.
She milking it like a motherfucker.
Go on and sell it. That's what you're supposed to do.
After she fractured her neck.
I didn't know if I was going to live.
And it's what transpired after that injury that has Lisa pushing for change.
I thought, I can't move. I can't die in here.
Can we talk about what she went to jail for?
People.
That ain't the point.
It is the point. Hey, keep your ass out of jail. You ain't got worried about falling off a metal bunk bed.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's why when I saw this report, I thought about what you was gonna say.
Motherfucker go to jail, fall off the metal bunk bed onto the concrete, and now you suing the prison talking about I want change. Yeah, change. Keep your ass out of jail.
That my family, it would destroy them.
Lisa admits she made a terrible choice when she decided to drink and drive.
I was very disappointed in myself.
On April 20th, 2021, a judge sentenced Lisa to 20 days in the St. Clair County Jail. 4 days later, Lisa says she was fast asleep on the top bunk in her cell when she rolled off and fell about 6 feet to the ground.
I fell asleep on the 23rd of April. Then I woke up on the floor. I remember myself falling. I could not move my body.
What was going through your mind?
Oh my God, I need an ambulance. And I truly believed the officers, when they came in, they were going to see my condition and get me to a hospital.
Lisa says she asked to go to the hospital repeatedly.
That's all I could say. And they were telling me to get up, get up, get up.
Instead of going to the emergency room, as you can see in this video obtained by the 7 investigators, several deputies wheeled Lisa out of her cell and into an observation room. The jail security video doesn't have sound, but Lisa appears
She's in pain.
And did you see how he bumped the?
Yep, I saw it.
to be screaming as her wheelchair hits the door to that room. Jail staff then put Lisa onto a mattress on the floor. And for the next 65 hours, Lisa lays flat on the ground, barely moving, except when deputies pull her to a sitting position at least 6 times.
I felt like I was being...
What the hell is going on with these people here? And you can't say that they forgot about her and all that stuff because they bought her food.
They thought she was faking. That's why they didn't care.
tortured.
And
I was
going to say, like, is she really fucked up like that? Because she was laying on her back upside down. Then she turned around and laid on the other way. Then she turned and laid on her face flat. Like, she was moving around. If my neck was fucked up and I was in so pain, I'll find one good position, and that's the position I'm staying in. So I get some damn help. But you're not going to be tossing your whole body and turning your whole body. And another thing, if you're a wild sleeper, why the fuck you climb up on the top bunk? Your brain's supposed to say, oh, shit, I roll and toss and turn in my sleep. I ain't falling off this motherfucker. Let me take the bottom bunk with a floor.
And okay, she was doing all this stuff for 65 for 3 days. She was in this position. Did
In
she
different
piss?
positions.
Well, I mean, like laying on the ground position. I
Mhm.
mean, it ain't like she got up or anything. Did she get up to use the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if she didn't, they would have said it. She laid there at her waist. You know what I mean? You would have saw stain on the floor. She got up. That's not the stuff that her lawyer wants us to see right now. He probably got a full fit video of the camera. I don't need people to see her sitting on the toilet, you know what I mean, chilling and shit.
Trying to tell myself to try and move your toes, try and move your hands.
Lisa did not know it yet, but she had a cervical spine fracture from the fall.
When someone's had obvious head trauma that could result in a cervical spine injury, they need to be immediately evaluated by qualified personnel.
Attorney Brian McKean is suing the St. Clair County Sheriff's Office and CHS TX Incorporated, the company that the county says they hired to provide medical care inside the jail.
If you further exacerbate the trauma by dragging somebody around and roughly picking them up and
Well, that's true. They picking her up and they picked her up numerous times in their position or whatever.
Right.
And
So that's
she
what I'm
got
saying. Like
arrested.
if your back of your neck is fucked up, they shouldn't be moving you like that. But at the same token, once they put her in that room for 65 hours or whatever, she was doing a whole bunch of moving on her own.
Mm-hmm.
sliding them onto their jail cell, repeatedly grabbing her forcefully, that's the worst thing you can do to someone with an unstable cervical spine fracture.
McKean says the whole time Lisa was lying on the floor, she never ate and never once went to the bathroom.
Okay, well, bingo. So she did piss on herself.
No, she didn't.
According to the lawsuit, Lisa wasn't sent to the hospital until late on the third day after her injury. When she finally got to the emergency room, doctors noted that Lisa was only able to wiggle her right toes and fingers slightly and otherwise appeared to be paralyzed from the neck down. Court records show the doctor also said, quote, "It is felt as though the patient has a devastating injury."
The only thing that you could attribute this to is deliberate indifference. And how in the world somebody could just turn a blind eye and assume that maybe it's because she's faking it without ruling out a serious medical issue is mind-boggling.
Every
See,
single
the
security.
problem is so many crooks and jailbirds fake shit. So that's when something really do happen to somebody, the officers always think, oh, they faking it too and shit. When a lot of times it might not be faking.
Mm-hmm.
Guard is supposed to be trained on recognizing the signs of medical and mental health distress.
Loyola University New Orleans law professor Andrea Armstrong is a national expert on prison and jail conditions.
What is the responsibility of the jailer when it comes to healthcare?
People who were detained or incarcerated are the only population in the United States that has a constitutional right to health care. The same way that a jailer can't deny someone food, they also can't deny them health care.
In court filings, the attorney for St. Clair County and the sheriff's office employees deny the deputies did anything wrong, and they're now suing the medical providers with a cross-claim. The county's lawyers said CHS TX Incorporated is paid over $2 million a year to provide health care to St. Clair County inmates, and their professional medical staff made all of the medical decisions in the case of Ms. Brown. Meanwhile, Lisa says in the nearly 3 years since her injury, she has pushed through hours of rehab to be able to walk again with assistance.
My arms, like I can't.
Yeah, I can tell that she didn't have full control over her hands when they first showed her.
Like
Fingers, sorry.
I can't really do my hair.
I wonder how
And
much
she
time
said-
passed from when she was in the hospital to right now. From when she fell and she was and they took her away from the hospital, because they said she was paralyzed by the neck down. So now she's moving around and doing so. How much time passed before she regained control of that? Even though I see it's not 100%, or she's a good fucking actress.
As she no longer has full use of her hand.
I was supposed to do 20 days and I ended up doing 6 weeks in the hospital with 2 neck surgeries. So they were moving me all around and I had a broken neck.
The St. Clair County Sheriff declined to talk to us on camera. Also, attorneys for the medical staff and CHSTX have not responded to the 7 investigators' request for comment, but in court filings, they say that Lisa's allegations are just not true. Of course, we're going to follow this as it plays out in court.
So it's going to just have to work its way through the court system, and we'll see what happens.
We will.
Well, what the hell? The lady got a broken neck. So what is she lying about? Well, all right. We going to Highlands County, Florida, where a home intruder, Lindsey Glenn, was stabbed to death after shooting a Florida woman in the face. Oh, you're going to like this one. Here's the report.
That deadly home invasion in Highlands County, homeowner versus home intruder. Investigators tell us a man with a long violent criminal history tricked his way into the home, shot the wife in the face, and then the husband stabbed and killed him. That's our top story here tonight, everyone. I'm Paula Grohm.
And I'm Lauren St. Germain. Thanks for joining us. The woman ran to a neighbor for help, and tonight they tell our Mary O'Connell they called 911 as soon as they learned what happened in their own backyard.
It was a nightmare come to life in this Avon Park neighborhood that Tyrus Godfrey was alerted to by his girlfriend Thursday night.
She gave me a call that our next door neighbor had stumbled upon our porch, and she was kind of not in a good situation. She was bleeding.
They live right across the street from where a home invasion turned deadly. Thursday night around 8:30, the Highlands County Sheriff's Office got a call for a suspicious incident in Avon Park on Joe Hilton Street. When they arrived, officials said they came into contact with 2 victims, a husband and wife.
The male victim had his wits about him and was able to answer some questions. He expressed to our deputies that he had just killed a man inside of his residence and that the man was still inside there.
The person, a suspect identified as Lindsey Glenn. Through their investigation, the sheriff said the suspect got into the house under some sort of ploy.
The female victim in this case will often notarize things for different folks in the community, and it's not uncommon for someone to knock on the door, come into the house, and for her to.
Which means she
any
has
time of the
money.
night, huh?
Which means she has money in there, cash.
Yeah, you don't bring that business to your house like that.
Well, people do it.
Knocking on your door any time of night to fucking do some fucking notary shit.
Agreed, but you know they do it. That's when the husband should have stepped in and say, don't have these people knocking on the door all times of night. If they want something done, notarized, do it business hours.
Mm-hmm.
Once inside the home, the sheriff said the suspect shot the woman in the face.
Immediately, victim number 2, the male, jumped into action. He started fighting the suspect, and there was.
See, he probably was in a room another room watching TV or something like that. And my man came in and tried to rob her and shot her.
Yes, and see, that's all fucked up and wrong, because at night, what'd you say, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, somebody knocking on your door, he should have came to the door. He shouldn't have been chilling while his wife letting this dude in the house with a fucking gun.
Mm-hmm.
According to the scene, there was a great struggle between the 2 of them. Somewhere along the way, victim number 2, the male, produced a knife.
The suspect later died, and the sheriff's office says the woman is stable. We're told they don't know if the suspect knew the victims in this case, but did point to the intruder's extensive criminal history, including robbery and burglary.
We don't have a.
So here's a dude that's coming to your house that's a known burglar and robber.
And you let him in.
Mm-hmm. Money.
And what I don't understand is he got a gun and shot the wife in his face. When the husband came out, how was he able to struggle with the person and stab him? Why couldn't the guy just shoot him?
Yeah, I'm thinking that he caught him off guard, that maybe he didn't think that he was in the house. I don't know.
A lot of home invasions in the Highlands County area, but when we do, they're usually pretty gruesome crime scenes, and we don't have a lot of them where the suspect is killed on the scene and the victims are both alive. It's usually the other way around. So we're very, very glad that this one turned out the way that it did.
Godfrey's girlfriend called 911, saying his neighbors are loving people and like family.
Everyone on our street, we're praying for them.
In Highlands County, Mary O'Connell, ABC Action News.
What are those little white things on the ground right there?
They could be barricades, so no one goes up, on their property. What the report says, this report didn't say that my man had cut this guy in pieces too.
Oh, he sliced him up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Was this the guy right here that was talking? Was he the one that killed the intruder?
No, that's the neighbor that he was talking
Oh.
about. The lady had came over to their house.
Because it could have been this could be a setup too. You know what I mean? You
Right.
fucking pay. Look, let's say he paid somebody to do it, or got somebody to fucking off his wife or whatever. Then you look to see if there was some life insurance involved. And as soon as my man come in and do it, to fucking clean up both Jones, I'm just gonna off him too. Now ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I could just say he intruded and killed my wife. That's what I'm saying. He got a gun. How was this guy able to run up on him? You said he caught him off guard. I don't know. It just don't sound right to me.
Right. See, I'm thinking that he was in the house, but the guy didn't think he was home because look, when you're doing something like that, you always got to make sure you have the upper advantage. And I wouldn't go into somebody's house if there's two people in there if I'm planning on trying to rob them, even if I had a gun or not. And keep in mind, as you see in that area, is probably like a small, tight-knit community where they probably didn't know each other, like the talk, but they seen each other around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? So Lindsey knew that this woman, that's the woman that everybody get their notarized stuff on. So, you know, that's a cash business. No one's giving her a check or anything like that. And they probably older too, so they don't do the Cash App and the Venmo, none of that shit. Everything was a cash business. So I'm like, oh, she got some money up in there. He probably think that he wasn't in the house. That's why
that's the whole purpose of okay, this is the house I'm gonna run up in. This is what I'm gonna do. I gotta make sure ain't nobody home. The husband goes to work at this time, or the husband is there too. He probably said, look, come through on blankety blank day. I'll be in the back, handle your business, and then I'll break you off on the back end.
Why you always gotta take it there?
Because I watch a lot of ID, and this is the type of shit that really happen. This is a lot of shit that do happen.
I can tell. Everything ain't always like that.
It ain't, but a lot of it is. Watch these stories; it'll blow your mind with some of the shit that goes on.
I know.
And that was the deal. He's supposed to break him off, and he come out of the room and shit and fuck him up, thinking everything cool. He ain't had to worry about the other guy.
Well, we go to Denton, Texas, where adults attack a 13-year-old student on a Denton ISD school bus. Here's the report.
Now to a story that you're going to find only here on CBS News Texas. Denton police have launched a criminal investigation after a 13-year-old girl was attacked on a school bus by adults. Robbie Owens spoke with the family, who is now looking for answers. Robbie, you don't have to be a parent for this story to make you absolutely angry, especially when you see this video.
You are so right about that, Ken. The failures of the systems that are supposed to protect children in this case.
It's for her thing is the wig is too young for her face. She got like a young girl's wig on, and she's an older woman. Why don't you just have something more appropriate? Or I'm thinking maybe she don't have any hair on top of her head. I don't know. I don't want to go too hard on her. I don't know. She may be sick or whatever. But that's a lot of hair, like you saying. It's a lot of hair.
Numbing. We constantly tell them if they see or hear something, say something. Well, that's what the
a young girl, a 20-year-old's hair on top of her head.
8th grade girl did after hearing about the threats. Still, she got attacked on a school bus, and not just by a fellow student. A warning, what you're about to see is disturbing.
Why are you showing it?
The videotaped attack on a 13-year-old girl is horrifying. But what you're seeing here is round 2. The chaos first unfolded on a Denton ISD school bus leaving Betty Myers Middle School last week.
She said, if I didn't keep her name out my mouth, then she was going to beat me up.
This child is the one being attacked by a girl she says she didn't even know.
Scared, like I was scared.
I think you should have kept her name out your mouth then.
They knew each other. She just doing this for the camera. So if she didn't know her and all that stuff, how did the parents get involved? It was some old shit back and forth in school or whatever, and the mom got involved in it. She just playing for the camera. Not to say she deserved to get hit like that, but like you said, I gotta put these PSAs out there. Man, almost sound like that you was in Ford. You know how it is.
Did you realize that this girl's mother and another adult had gotten on the school bus?
When she screamed, Mom.
And what went through your mind then?
Wishing that I had my mama.
And her and her mom would have fucked some shit up. The two of them together, shit. And go ahead, what you say about them tears?
Crocodile. Ain't nothing rolling down her face. You hear the tears more than you see it. Ain't nothing tear. Her eyes ain't watery. Ain't nothing rolling down her face. Cut it out, girl.
Help.
Not then or earlier. The 13-year-old, who wanted to be called Nicole, says earlier in the day she started hearing that the girl, new to the school, wanted to fight her. So she did what has...
So all of a sudden, this new girl here, she just closed her eyes and picked one girl to fight, and they just chose her?
This girl was the ringleader, and her and her friends was fucking with that new girl.
Yeah.
Like, new people always get fucked with. They was fucking with her, and that girl had enough of it. Her and her mom had enough of it.
Yep, and she called her mom up there or whatever, or they met or something. The girl told the mom what was going on, and the mom had showed up there. So all of a sudden, she just picked one. Like, I want to fight somebody. I want to fight you. And
she can stop with the fake crying because ain't no tears. And the key word was when she said, "I wish I had my mom there." That's how you heard her mom throw down like that.
Yeah.
So often been asked, she said something.
Yes, ma'am. I told the assistant principal.
The same day?
The same day. I told the counselor and I told the principal.
Nicole says
she had told, the girl had said, I'm gonna bring my mom up here to come and whoop your ass. And then the girl had went and told the principal and all that stuff.
She was later told that school officials spoke to the girl, but it didn't seem to matter.
We ended up fighting.
And I want to be really clear, Nicole. Who swung first? Who started this fight?
She did.
But what was all that other stuff you did first?
Why would you even ask who swung first? Because whoever you ask is going to say the other person swung first.
But what was all that other stuff she did before?
She leaving a whole bunch of the story out. New girl just at the school and going to pick you to fight.
Right.
And I guess one of the women came and put me in the chokehold on the bus.
Nicole says after the adults got off the school bus, they followed it to her stop and attacked her again. Somehow she was able to phone her mother.
And I heard my baby scream at.
So do you think, does a mom look like she can fuck up some shit?
Yes.
No.
I guarantee you the mom is going to get a lawyer and she's going to try to sue the school.
Yeah, because, well, you'll see.
No one did anything.
Fighting back tears, Nicole's mother says
I ain't seen no tears.
Wonders why the school bus driver failed to act.
Had he locked that door, called for help, waited for the police to arrive, those grown adults wouldn't have been able to get on that bus, assault my child, and they wouldn't have been able to follow the bus and continue assaulting her. And then while they was out there fighting her, it's like he just drove off.
Look closely.
What are you supposed to
see?
Look at him. He said, "I'm getting the hell up out of here."
Exactly. What are you supposed to do? Now he go out there and get in the middle of that shit. He's fired. He's probably get charged with something.
Yeah. And then you touched on the girl like that. You know, you holding a little girl.
And the thing is, with those school buses, any adult can get on a school bus. You can't really lock them like that. So I don't know what she's talking about. Even when the door is shut, you can like fucking push that thing hard enough to open it right up.
Right.
Video, the bus pulling away as the teenage girl is being attacked on the ground behind it.
I didn't deserve it. I don't think no kid deserves to go through anything like that.
Her message to the women who attacked her?
I have to look and watch every time I see a white car. And I have to be on watch everywhere I go because of you.
She got PTSD now. She got to play the game, get that check.
Yeah. Mom trained this girl right. You go, girl.
That's the lawyer.
Oh well, the lawyer trained this girl.
Now
up.
every time you see a white car, you think you're being followed and about to get jumped. You better say that.
School officials tell me that they are unable to discuss student discipline, but could share that the girl is not returning to the campus. Nicole says she was suspended for 3 days for defending herself.
So why in the hell would the school suspend her for 3 days, Phil?
Because she's involved in that shit more than just defending herself.
Exactly.
This was an ongoing thing between her and that new girl.
Yeah.
This is the last straw. The new girl and her mom got the best of her.
Yep.
Feel like Denton ISD failed my child. I could be a parent planning funeral arrangements if they would have had a weapon and got on their bus with a knife or a gun.
What is your message to the school?
Do better. If a child is reaching out to you and they telling you someone is bothering them and they trying to avoid a situation, do better. Help them.
So what help is there now for Nicole?
No, I'm not okay. I got hurt physically, but not just physically, emotionally. And
She can't squeeze a tear out her face.
At night crying about it, asking God why. But I also pray for them. Because my mom taught me, just because they did you wrong, it's all for a reason, it's all for purpose.
The other night when...
Oh, God. Talking about shoveling shit there.
When she said, Mama, let's pray, and she grabbed my hand and
let's pray,
began to pray for them, I'm like, okay.
Sure.
So this 13-year-old girl walked to her mom and said, let's pray on a two people that kicked
my ass. Let's pray for
right.
You know.
She's going to be all right.
Yeah, I believe.
We all hope that she's going to be all right. She was taken to the hospital later that night to be treated for her injuries, but Ken, this is something that never should have happened.
Cracked upside the head a few times.
I want to say, Miss Robbie, do you actually believe this shit that she telling you? Now, Miss Robbie been around for years. She don't believe that.
It's infuriating.
Especially when you 13 and you're a young girl and somebody did you dirty and did you wrong. You don't got to fake the cry and try to squeeze out a tear. Them tears will be rolling down your face thinking about that trauma.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't got no tears because she used to fighting and carrying on like that.
Yep. And the new girl in school just automatically just wanted to fight her and brought her parent around so they can attack this girl. No, y'all all been in some shit together. Mm-hmm. And she was the main shit starter.
To see that video, Robbie, and it's terrifying to know, that she went through this and what could come of it, the trauma that remains afterwards. You did mention that the other student, though, would not be returning to campus. Anything else that Denton ISD had to say about this?
Well, in a statement today, a district spokesperson told me, and I'm quoting, "This horrible video depicts unacceptable conduct Denton ISD never condones, including an adult unlawfully boarding a school bus." They also say Denton ISD has criminally trespassed the adults involved, and those individuals are no longer welcome on any Denton ISD property. Now, following the situation, transportation officials addressed the driver, reinforced procedures, and provided additional training. End quote.
The driver
did right. Ain't nothing he can do.
Right. He had nothing to do with that. And I would have drove the hell off too. I'm not getting involved with that. Like you said, in this day and age with lawyers and suing and all that stuff, he tried to go out there and try to separate two young girls and all that stuff. And when you separate somebody, you're going to have to touch them and grab them or restrain them. Then that's an issue. You touching on these little girls or something like that. And then now the parent, they probably might want to mess around and hit him.
You can't win when you're a driver in a situation like that, because you want to try to jump in and protect them, but then you also liability to lose your job and be charged with something.
Right. And then on his side also, he can have an injury or something, and one of them parents or something get to hit him, and he fucked up. He got medical bills.
But
Remember, Ken, this is also a criminal investigation. Sure. And a Denton police spokesperson tells me that their detective is taking this very seriously, and we can expect an update in the coming days.
Did the parents even get charged with
We'll
anything, the ones that ran on the bus?
No.
Not yet?
Well, not yet. No. Other than, they kicked the kid out and they can't be on campus, ISD campus.
So this girl got jumped on a school bus. Then a school bus, I guess the parents and the kid that jumped, they all got off and got in the car and then followed the bus?
Yes.
So why get out when you know this car is following you?
I don't know. I'd have stayed my ass on the bus too.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree right along with you.
It ain't like your parents. It's one thing if your mom is home, so then you can go up in the crib. Mom, I'm pulling up right now. She can come out. Y'all can fucking throw down Royal Rumble. But you're going to a crib. They're following you to your crib, and your mom's still not home.
Mm-hmm.
Stay your ass on the bus. I'm gonna have to go back to the school, or can you drop me off at the police station? Something.
Right. Now we going to Oakland, California. Now we talked about Oakland, California with the prostitutes on the street. Now we got thieves stealing copper wiring from traffic lights and force Oakland to install stop signs. Like, damn, it's that bad where people are stealing the copper off of the traffic lights. They're better than me because I would never even touch that.
They've been doing that shit because you can just go on Reddit and watch people fucking getting fried doing that shit.
Mm-hmm. Here's the report.
It is a sight that would definitely make you do a double take. We're talking about a stop sign that's just hanging overhead where a traffic light would normally be in Oakland. So our Dahlin noticed it on his own while he was just driving through the intersection of East 12th Street and 16th Avenue in the San Antonio district. So he did some
That's the same district where the prostitutes was on.
digging. And it turns out the city removed the traffic lights altogether and replaced them with four-way stop signs.
I like the stop signs better anyway.
That's because you can roll through it. That's the only reason why you say that.
The people stealing
Get me where I'm going. I ain't gotta be fucking around with broken ass lights.
copper and then tampering with an electrical box. Neighbors tell Daw the city can't fix this problem until it deals with another one.
Neighbors say
And that's our boy too, doing the same in the same neighborhood, doing a different report.
Stop sign is a sign and a reflection of the city's condition. They say the city's inability to clear a homeless encampment next to the intersection is leading to this kind of issue. A drive on the busy East 12th Street, you'll come to this high-hanging stop sign above the road. Neighbors say city workers replaced the traffic lights with four-way stop signs in the last week.
It's just telling us that the city is giving up on us.
Courtesy of Google Earth, this was how the intersection looked before.
So they gotta go to Google Earth and see that there's a traffic lights on that intersection. That's not funny.
But neighbors say those lights haven't worked in months. They were either blinking red or completely out.
This is a brand new solution to a problem that's taken many forms here.
Mason Young lives near the intersection. He believes the stop signs are better than non-working traffic lights, which he blamed for this crash that sent a truck into the fence of a repair shop.
We got to stop just putting Band-Aids on things, although, a Band-Aid's better than bleeding out.
The city did try to fix the traffic light at least a few times, but once they fix it, normally within a week or so, it will go out again.
Now, is it going out because the people keep trying to mess with it, or is it just going out because it's, going out?
No, they fucking with it.
Okay. So the city is like, why bother keep doing that?
Owns the corner auto repair shop, been here for over 25 years. He and neighbors blame the problem on repeated copper thefts. Also, they point out homeless people are stealing power from city electrical boxes. As you can see, someone is running a wire from this box to an RV.
Oh, they better than me. Way better than me, because I wouldn't even touch that stuff. The first thing I'm thinking, I'm going to get electrocuted fucking with that box like that.
Well, that's what they need to do. They need to rig it up that whoever's not authorized to take this thing off, as soon as they touch the wrong wire, they're going to get fucking zapped.
Right.
City spokesman says they try to put heavy cement blocks on top of the boxes, but people just drag them out. The city says when people illegally connected cables to the boxes, they knocked out the traffic lights.
If you really want to fix the stop sign, I think you really have to clean up this homeless homeless encampment.
That's easier said than done. The encampment stretches about 3 blocks on East 12th Street. The city tried to clear it out for the past 5 years, but it keeps coming.
Good luck with that.
Hey, Kensington is just as bad, not worse. And they said there, the mayor said, shut all that shit down. We locking up everybody and cleaning this shit.
It's bigger.
Many businesses already closed down on East 12. And I don't know how long we're gonna be here, because once they move to outside of the sidewalk, we will be gone.
Mason hopes the city will find housing for those living in the encampment before more businesses and neighbors are forced out.
I want to live here, and I love this neighborhood, and I love how diverse it is, but it affects me in the way that all of my family and relatives that don't live in the area, that don't understand it all, they're like, you're gonna get shot. And I can't say, no, I'm not, there's no gunshots, because there are.
The city says the stop signs are temporary. No timeline as to when they can put the traffic lights back.
No time soon they putting traffic lights up there.
That's permanent right there.
Yep. If they keep messing up if they keep going into electric and messing up the traffic lights, why keep putting traffic lights up?
Right.
Keep the stop signs there.
It sounds like they're trying to figure out what to do with the encampment first.
And the city tells DAW the electrical box tampering also caused street light outages. They have run wires overhead for street lights, but if you have ever noticed that they aren't working, you can report it by calling 311.
Yeah, that's gonna help. Like they gonna fix the light right away. All right, we going to Newman, Georgia, where Kenyatta Butler was arrested after forcing her 7-year-old daughter to take an unattended purse inside of a restaurant. Here's the report.
Showed you this video that police say shows a mother telling her child to steal. Now, tips from Fox 5 viewers have led to her arrest. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight for Fox 5 News at 5.
Oh, girl looked crazy in that mugshot, dude.
I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. The video was shocking. Police say
She don't look crazy.
In the mugshot.
No, just her eyes. She probably ain't get no sleep. She don't look crazy.
Yeah, she got the crazy eyes.
She look normal though.
Her small child to snatch a purse at a busy restaurant.
Now that mother, Kenya Butler, faces charges. Fox 5's Doug Evans broke the story and has the latest developments all new at 5.
Noonan police say it was Kenya Butler seen on that surveillance video eating with a group of others at a Noonan restaurant when she is seen getting up from the table with her 7-year-old daughter, then taking that girl to an empty booth and encouraging her to steal an unattended purse. It was this shocking video played on Fox 5 that prompted a number of people to call the Noonan Police Department with the mother's name. The video shows a little girl taking a purse from an empty booth, hiding it as she leaves the restaurant. Police say it's clear to them the mother put the child up to it.
I didn't see the mom say do it.
Yeah, she gave her the little head nod
to
go. Let's go back.
To steal an unattended purse. It was this shocking video played on Fox 5 that prompted a
So she looking at the purse now. Mom is.
number of people to call the Noonan Police Department with the mother's name. The video shows a little girl taking a purse.
So she says something to her.
Yeah, okay.
From an empty booth
Get
and
it.
hiding it as she leaves the restaurant. Police say it's clear to them the mother put the child up to it.
After it aired on the
Who the hell leaving a person in a fucking booth by herself like that?
I don't know. You should know better. As an adult, you should know better not to leave your shit out like that.
We received a couple of phone calls that tipped us off, and we were able to identify Kenya Butler as the offender in this case based on those phone calls.
The woman's been identified as a Union City mother of 3. 27-year-old Kenya Butler. She's charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor and theft by taking. Her 7-year-old daughter is not the one in trouble here. Police say the mother is the one seen on the surveillance video taking the girl over to the empty booth, saying something to the child, and then watching as the little girl leaves with the purse. Police say the group with the mother quickly left the restaurant after the purse was taken, skipping out on a more than
So there's like 3 adults there, and none of them have any common sense to say, hey, look, that ain't a good idea. First of all, it's cameras everywhere. It's a restaurant.
Hold on, did he say they skipped out on their bill?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they asking for trouble. People just don't care that there's cameras around and shit no more.
True.
$1 bill. Police are still trying to identify this man.
And look at play right along with him, allowing them to steal a woman's purse and ditching on the bill.
No, I don't think he knew anything about the purse, but he's down with the ditching the dine and dash shit.
Who police say it appears from the surveillance video is the one responsible for the bill. If you can help Noonan police,
how he responsible? For the bill?
Why is the man responsible?
Exactly.
For the bill?
They all ate.
Police identify the man seen in the surveillance video. Give them a call.
That's your ass, cuz they got a big picture of you on there.
Yep. All right, you can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at _judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. All right, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
That's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at. They'll be back.